Oh, okay, there we go. finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. Hold on, let me all right, I sent it in both of the chats and Infinity Sports. So okay, so this is going to be very interesting. The Steelers did kind of rush this game to be made a little bit to their own detriment. So they are going to be on the back foot for the most part, unless it's just a full out 7v7. But I don't think the Texans are going to... Yeah, the Texans are probably going to force a 8v7. So they will have the man advantage. However, Texans will not be able to run, provided this is a 8v7. So I'm very interested to see what direction the Steelers will take here. So it'll take a little bit of time. Hopefully Steelers can get at least 8 to make this more and more competitive, but honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. But Steelers are going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here. But we'll see what Steelers can make do with it. Hold on, I'm going to get a snack real quick. Howdy, I'm back. Oh, they're still not... Okay, they still have a hike? Cool. Perfect timing for me. Well, I mean, I'm a streamer, so I kind of have to be here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Steelers now have 8. All right, here we go. We have a game. Ladies and gentlemen. What's the code? I'm not giving you it. They don't allow spectators, man. Sorry. Way Silver going to be the quarterback for the Steelers. Going to give it to St. Breezy on the walk. Go Silver. Trying to find around, narrowly avoiding the Houston defensive ends and just going to take it in on a run for 5 yards, getting the first down. Very good agility from Silver. Oh. We're looking for another walk pass, but want to be incomplete on the right side. Lagging for me a little bit, but it's not that bad. But Breezy, I have no idea what happened to him there. Definitely suffering from the lag, it seems. Maybe it's not me, maybe it's just the players. All right, here we go. Silver looking for a full, but it's going to be intercepted by Best Will. That might not have been the smartest decision on Silver's part. So Best Will going to be the one to capitalize on it. He has definitely been one of the biggest playmakers on the Texans. At least as of this season. Texans have certainly been very much juggernauts almost everywhere on the field. It's not going to be a surprise the Steelers are going to have a bit of a difficult time trying to deal with everything. And looking for a deep pass down the field, going to be Gamma. Gamma just going to get the touchdown. What a beautiful throw. And like I said a couple times before, I mean, there's a lot more than just the receivers they have to worry about. It's also the quarterback as well. Will, again, a Super Bowl champion quarterback. I mean, no doubt is going to be a formidable threat for this Pittsburgh Steelers team to deal with. Pittsburgh tried rushing 3, but it just wasn't working out. Apparently Kirk and Recycling Bin are having a chat war. Interesting, but either way, Silver gonna get back to quite a bit here, but I was gonna say thankfully he gets to the check down, but the lag is kind of being a detriment to him right now. But gonna give it to I don't know how you read that. Either way though, Silver backed up quite a bit here, is going to try to find the full on left side, but is it going to be a catch? No, it's going to be intercepted by Rack. And right now, this is a horrible start for Pittsburgh. I mean, these are just passes that you can't really force. I mean, I know some could argue it's on the wide receiver, but those are passes you don't really want to make super easily. And gonna be Glow DK on the left side. I mean, it's just so far this has been just the complete destruction of the Steelers right now. Texans are just not having any mercy whatsoever. Oh, okay, a little bit of breathing room for the Steelers though off of that incompletion. But again, Texans, you can't take this team lightly, especially on offense. And Steelers able to get a 1-yard loss on that play. What a really good read from the Steelers defense. But again, it's third down. They're going to have to find a way to get stopped here. Would be really good if they get a sack, actually. But the question is, will they? Best Will, again, trying that screen on the right side, but thankfully, the Steelers end up forcing a field goal from the Texans. And just like that, that is... And it's blocked, too, so even better for the Steelers. And so far, things could be turning around for the Steelers. They have the momentum. What an incredible stop from the Steelers defense early in the game. Again, a very rare misplay from this Houston offense. Again, this is probably something you definitely want to capitalize on if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. But let's see if they can do it with and maybe a run up the middle will definitely help. Should I even say that was lag or just some moron typing? Okay, well. Either way, they're gonna be a... That is just very unfortunate. Are you sure they aren't lagging? Like, that went through them twice. That is insane. That is incredibly unlucky, though, if you're Steelers. Either way, Best Will going to find the fold. Uh-oh. Best Will trying to look for any room if he can. Not going to get very far with it, though, but will get about 19 yards, though, so still very good, all things considered. But again, they can't really... But again, Steelers are not a team you want to take lightly regardless, even if they are lagging really hard. And oh my goodness, Rack just... Oh my goodness, what a clip right there for Rack. What in the world was that? I mean, that is just a heck of a play there from Rack. I mean, I have nothing really to... I can't really hate on that play. Yeah, that is just madness. Yeah, I was not expecting a touchdown that quickly from the Texans, but somehow they're just able to strike really hard into the Steelers defense, and so far things have been looking pretty okay for them. But again, the Steelers are going to have to try to have to fight through the lag, it seems. I mean, again, there's just been so many passes where it just ends up going right through them. And looks like Steelers are taking a high-risk shot deep down the field. Not going to get it, unfortunately. It's just very tight coverage from this Texans defense. I mean, as powerful as their offense is, I mean, their defense is also quite decent as well, which makes them such a dominant force. But uh-oh. And it's going to be a fumble. Again, just the unluckiness of the Steelers striking them over and over again. The fumble. And just like that, Texans recover it. Oh my goodness, this is a horrible start if you're the Steelers right now. I do not envy them whatsoever. And Will, with a ton of time right now, can just fire it deep, and it's going to give it to Best Will. Let's see what he can do with it, though. Best Will, okay, not going to be able to get a touchdown there, but will get very, very close. And it's going to give it to Miles. Didn't get the truck in time or a dive, so only going to get about a loss of 1 on that play. I mean, so far things are just up, and Will just gonna give it to Rack around the middle, and that's a touchdown right there again. Houston has just been all gas, no brakes for the most part. I mean, again, it's hard for me to really criticize it. I mean, this is just... Steelers are just not executing at all right now. I mean, again, you thought that turnover on downs from the Texans would be a very huge chance for the Steelers to come back and maybe make it a tie game, but it's just one mistake after another, and one... I mean, I wouldn't say it was really a mistake. I think it's just... I think you can probably blame a lot of it on lag, with maybe a mistake every now and then. And I guess that fumble, too. I mean, just... This game is just not going their way for the Steelers, to say the least, but... They're going to try and keep going with a walk on the right side. But again, they're going to need a lot more than just a couple of fancy tricks to be able to score. But let's see what they can find here. Steelers looking for a deep shot down the field again. Going to be caught by... I'm sorry, who is that? Oh, and it's going to be a dive down the middle. Civilian with the touchdown. It's going to be a little tip drip got... Okay, why do you have such a long name? I don't know. I'm just going to call him Little Tip. But Civilian with the handoff. Finally, Steelers are on the board. I mean, I do not really envy the Steelers whatsoever. I mean, a lot of it. I mean, Steelers have just been getting really unlucky with the lag they're receiving and the fumble as well. I mean, again, it's not an ideal thing you want to have against the Texans. It's just, of all teams you want to have that against, that is probably the worst one you want to have, but the worst kind of luck you want to have, I guess, would be a better way to phrase it. But either way, Houston does not seem to care regardless. They're just going to keep playing how they usually do. Will just going to take it, run up the middle. Defensive ends are just not having it right now. One of them's lagging for sure, and the other is just getting double teamed. So it's going to be a little rough for them defensively. But Will just having so much room to move around. Okay, now the pressure's starting to get to him a little bit, but let's see if they're able to get a touchdown here. It's going to be close. Not going to be complete. Glow DK was just barely bodied out of bounds. I mean, I don't know if he really had a... I don't know if the defender bodied him, but it seemed to have been just enough obstruction to... sorry, not get his feet in bounds. And is going to look for the left fold to rack. Going to get tackled for about 20 yards, though. But will get enough for a first down. Right now, Steelers need to find a way to get a turnover on downs, get a turnover here in some way. But again, this is the Texans offense. You cannot just rely on them making a mistake. They're a well-oiled machine. And Will looking deep down the middle. It's going to be caught by Glow DK. What in the world was that throw? I don't know if that was I don't know if that was intable or not. That's a crazy throw right there. What on earth? I don't know how you make that throw. I mean, so far this has just been absolute domination from the Texans offensively so far. Hold on guys, one sec. But here we go, Silver. Gonna be backed up on the left side. Silver has to throw it somewhere. Looking for someone on the left side deep down the field, but gonna be incomplete there. It looked like it was just gonna be an overthrow, or he was just throwing it away. Just didn't seem to find anything he liked. Gonna give it a little tip on a fourth, and that will let the Steelers go for it on fourth down, but again, with little room for error, Steelers have to be very cautious here. It is fourth down against one of the best teams in the league for a reason, and oh no, you cannot make that mistake if you're the Steelers. I mean, I don't really blame the quarterback for that one. I mean, right now, this is just... Steelers are just imploding right now. And I don't really think it's really Silver's fault. I think it's just... Honestly, I think it's just the teammates around him are just not supporting him properly. You know, it might not be entirely their fault, because I think lag might be a pretty big part of it as well. I mean, one of the lagging ones are the DEs, but that's besides the point. Mega Balls on the check down, going to get the first. And so far, this might be a mercy at half, depending on how this game goes. I mean, this one might end up being wrapped pretty quickly. I mean, again, lag just not on their side. But Will, let's see, gonna go for a deep pass. Oh man, that is a missed opportunity there for Houston. Best Will was wide open down. I think I was Best Will. Either that or number 20. It was like, they were just wide open down the field on the corner. But Miles going to take the handoff in the middle. Only going to get about a gain of 6 though. Steelers defense is still ready for that if possible. Again, they're not that easy to go against, but Gamma going to be able to get a touchdown somehow, some way with the dive. Unfortunately, the tackle was just not enough to knock him down. And so far, this is a 7-2-34 game at the moment for the Texans. A 7-35 if they get this extra point here. Unfortunately, they do not, so it will be 7-34. All right, now this is just Scamagidi. I don't know. I don't know who's who at this point. You guys change your name so many times, it's hard to fully recognize you all. But either way, the Silver looking for the right side. Could it be intercepted? I mean, I don't blame Silver for a lot of those passes and a lot of what's happened, but this is a throw that's just a little bit short. And just like that, the Texans are just going absolutely ballistic on the Steelers right now. I mean, again, you can't... Again, I did kind of notice too that the Steelers were kind of rushing to get a game going against the Texans, and I didn't feel like they were quite ready for it. And again, like I said before, it's to their own detriment. I do feel like they could have probably taken their time a bit more with the preparation side of it, but either way though, Will looking for a deep pass down the field, not gonna get it. It will be all right, now it's a 2nd and 15. I mean, so far things have been looking pretty solid. We're attacking so far, gonna give it to Miles on the LS. Only going to get about a gain of 6 or 7 though. I'm not doing the meme, but either way, Rack going to be able to get the first down somehow, some way, thanks to that dive. And right now, things are looking pretty fortunate for the Steelers, or for the Texans, I mean, sorry. And oh, it's going to be to Best Will, but Steelers defense able to body him out of bounds, so that will be incomplete. I mean, I will give credit, the Steelers defense has not been quite as bad as the offense, I will say that. They definitely have made some pretty big plays like that, so I wouldn't really say defense is that as much of the problem as it is the offense. But either way though, Will getting backed up quite a bit here, getting chased down by the Steelers defensive ends, but is able to throw it in time. Unfortunately, it will be incomplete. Oh, and it will be a punt from the Houston Texans, just not giving the Steelers any good field position. I mean, we'll see how it pays off. But it will be a touchback. But here we go, Silver. Going to give it to Kara on the hitch, and here we go. This is where maybe the Steelers can possibly turn it around. Possibly. Depending on what happens. Right now, things have just not been going very well for the Steelers offensively so far. Again, for one reason or another, and this is a pass you do not want to make. But St. Breezy says, I don't care. Send in 3 of them. Send in 4. He's going to catch that anyways. I mean, again, a very good pass. I mean, that's a very good catch from St. Breezy. Somehow able to win the 2v1. I just couldn't. I don't really have much reaction to that. And oh, it's a catch by 84-14. Tried the 60 power trick. 60 power toss-up trick, and 84-14 gonna find a way to get the catch there. I don't know if that was exactly what they were going for, but it ended up working out nonetheless. I mean, so far things have been pretty iffy so far. And here we go, Will. With 1 minute and 39 seconds left into the game, they don't really need to be in a rush here to score. And oh my goodness, they're gonna get to Glow DK on the left fold, just completely wide open. So far, the folds have been the Texans' secret weapon in terms of getting significant yardage like that. That was nearly a completed pass, but it was just a tad bit overthrown from Will. Again, missed opportunity there. But maybe you probably don't want to score super early just to prevent the Steelers from getting from giving the Steelers as much time as possible. But Mega Balls close to getting the first down, but not quite. Going to be about 1 yard short. And Will going to give it to Miles. Just going to take it in and dive, and that's going to be a first down. So far, Will has been looking pretty good so far. Have just been very, very surgical so far in this game with very little mistakes. And this being, oh, I thought it was going to be a touchdown there, but Steelers defense able to body him out of bounds, or body rack out of bounds. Again, this has been like really good defense from the Steelers, all things considered. It's a fumble. It's going to be recovered by Silver, and there you go. That's where the luck turns around for the Steelers. Unfortunately, they are in a very, very bad field position inside their own 5 yard line. But if they're able to break out of it, they do have the ball, which will prevent Houston from double dipping. If possible, because they will get the ball at the start of the second half, and Silver with an open lane doesn't quite take the run, looking for something deep down the field. Not going to get it though. I think Silver definitely regrets not taking the run there. Speaking of running, Silver going to take it down the middle, not going to find anything. Anything meaningful, I guess, would be a better word. And Silver, here we go. On a 3rd and 14. Was getting triple rush for the moment, but Silver able to find a way to avoid it. And unfortunately, going to be incomplete there. And okay, going for it on a 4th and 14 is really, really dangerous here. They might rush 4, you never know. All right, but what will the Steelers do here with 22 seconds left? What will they do? And oh my goodness, St. Breezy. Oh my goodness, he has a wide open lane all to himself for the moment, but it's going to get stopped. And here we go, Silver, and it looks like they're going to be planning a toss-up from the looks of it. And it looks like they will. And it looks like it's going to be taken all the way down the field. But who is he going to throw it to? It's going to be, I think it might be just a little bit short. But let's see who catches it. Oh my goodness, St. Breezy with a catch and a touchdown. Despite being in a 5v3. St. Breezy finding a way to get it. Oh my goodness, what on earth was that? St. Breezy is going ballistic as well for the Steelers offense right now. And I don't want to call it too soon, but this is low-key kind of winnable for the Steelers because of that. I will say it is winnable. The Steelers can absolutely win this, but they do need to play defense really, really well. They are going to have to get a turnover or two. So, again, it's not over. But they are looking to come back from this despite being in a very massive deficit. But I believe a little bit that the Steelers can do this. But we'll see what they can do here. Will had an open lane, doesn't take the run, and gonna find Glow DK on the fold on the left side. Again, the folds have just been very hard to deal with for the Steelers defense. This has not quite found an answer for them immediately as of yet. And Will gonna look for the right fold, not gonna find best Will, and will get both of his feet in bounds. Thankfully, there is an AFK. Oh, and now it's gonna find Gamma on the play there. Steelers now have 8 at the moment. There is one AFK, so essentially have 7 players without actually having 7 players. So it's just kind of unfortunate. But let's see what Steelers can do here. Gonna find Myra Lopoi on the left side, and you don't really want to be AFK here in a game like this. Mega Ball's gonna get 3 yards on that play, not gonna quite get into the end zone. Oh, and it's gonna get 0 on that one. Again, Steelers are able to hold their ground, but it is gonna be a first down for the Texans, so they will get an extra set. And oh my goodness, just like that, Best Will able to get a touchdown. I mean, I don't know what in the world the Steelers are doing. You can't be AFK in a game like this. Why are there just 2 AFK players? You can't have that if you're the Steelers, man. Like, this is the semifinals that could take you to the Super Bowl, and 2 people are AFK. You can't have that, man. I mean, I don't really know what it is. Is it just a lack of discipline on the Steelers, or is it something else? I have no idea. But all right, but here we go. Steelers, again, it's not over for them by any means, though, if they can score here. A little tip, gonna get the walk on the right side. Gonna get about 8 yards on that play, actually. But Silver going to be looking around, looking for the deep side ball on that field. And is gonna find Little Tip. And oh my goodness, he has a wide open lane down the field, and he's gonna get a touchdown. Nobody there to get him. And just like that, Steelers instantly answer back with a touchdown of their own. And again, I mean, I don't want to say it's entirely... I don't want to say it as it being the case, but this is low-key very winnable for the Steelers right now. It's not impossible. This is not impossible at all for the Steelers. And here we go. Will gonna be looking around if he can, looking for a streak down the field, and it's gonna be caught by Rack. And again, instant touchdown from the Texans to answer back against the Steelers. And right now, things are looking very, very difficult for the Steelers right now. Again, Steelers are just having a very difficult time stopping the Texans. I mean, I know this is a very offensive favored meta, but this is ridiculous. I mean, Steelers are under a lot of pressure right now. Very little room for error as well. And oh my goodness, that is a very good kick from the Texans kickoff team. I mean, I say the kickoff team like they aren't the same players, but you know. It's a very good kick from the Texans though either way. I mean, that is just very not ideal field position for them. And here we go, Silver looking for the left side. Not going to find anyone there. Just Silver just having a difficult time at the moment. Things are just looking very, very interesting. Silver going to find Akatsuki on the hitch. Going to get about 5 yards on that play. And again, they're going to need a lot more than that to be able to score here. And it's going to find Little Tip. Going to get about 8 yards on that play. Won't be enough for the first down, but they will go for it on the 4th down. On a 4th and 2. But will Silver find a way to get a first here? Texans not making it very easy for him. Looking for the middle. No, gonna be over. I mean, I don't know if it was overthrown or if the wide receiver just missed it. But man, that is very unfortunate. And just to rub salt in the wound, Best Will going to catch an absolute fit. The Best Will, I mean, I don't know if that was overthrown from Silver or if the wide receiver just didn't catch it. I don't really know what these wide receivers are doing half the time from the Steelers. But right now, the Texans are just absolutely obliterating them at the moment. And Texans offense is just not letting up on them whatsoever. And I don't know if it's going to get any tougher for them. And here we go, Silver gonna find Kara on the left side. So here we go, Steelers. They may be a bit bruised right now, but they are not giving up just yet. I can respect them for that. But it is a incredibly uphill battle. But maybe with a touchdown here to St. Breezy, and they're gonna find it deep down the field. And that's a touchdown. Steelers are not out of it yet. They are still in a very bad spot, but with plays like that, maybe they can climb out of it, but that Texans offense is just still going to give them a difficult time unless they get lucky or if the Houston Texans make a mistake. But the question is, how big of a mistake do the Texans have to make to be able to give the Steelers a chance for coming back? Who knows? But either way, Myra Lopoy going to get about 13 yards on that play. Again, looking for the LOS. Texans have just been very, very surgical. Not giving up anything unnecessary. And oh, intercepted. This is the mistake I was talking about. Little tip drip, able to get the interception. Again, that was one of the mistakes I was talking about. Again, that's what I was saying before. Houston would have to make a mistake like that for Pittsburgh to be able to come back. And here we go, Silver backed up quite a bit though. Again, Texans still not going to make it very easy for him, but Atatsuki somehow almost able to get the first down on that play. Gonna be less than a yard short. I'm surprised he even got that far, but either way. Let's see what Silver can do here. Does Silver have the juice? And looking for a deep shot down the field to St. Breezy again. Unfortunately, Glow DK gonna get the upper hand this time. And it looks like Silver's greed came back to bite him eventually. But man, that could have been a very significant turnaround for the Steelers if they got a touchdown there. I completely understand the greed Silver was trying to go for, but it ended up coming back to hurt him eventually. All right, and now I think Houston knows that they have the upper hand, but they can't give up anything free. So it looks like we'll be playing a bit more cautiously this time. It's not giving up anything unnecessary, and that includes throwing it to a wide open man. Uh-oh, Glow DK gonna fumble it off the hit stick, and oh my goodness, Atatsuki finds a way to recover the fumble. I don't know how in the world. I mean, I don't really know if that was a mistake from the Texans. Sorry, I don't know what happened to me there. I don't know if that would consider that a mistake from the Texans, but very fortunate timing for Pittsburgh there. But let's see if Pittsburgh can properly capitalize on it this time. Looking for down the field, not gonna get it, just gonna be overthrown. And here we go, Silver with a 2nd and 15. I mean, Silver has to find a way to get something going. Looking for the left side, not going to find anyone there. And now with a 3rd and 15, Silver is looking kind of greedy for those sort of plays. Fortunately, not going to have anything there. And here we go, Silver. Going to give it to Atatsuki, going to get about 11 yards on that play. And now with a 4th and 3. Again, this could be very huge if the Steelers are able to convert here. But will they is the question. And Silver looking for a lane, doesn't quite find what he wants. But maybe he can find something down the field. Yes, he will. Little tip drip. Again with a touchdown. And just like that, the Steelers have a chance, ironically. Again, it may not be the biggest chance. I mean, the fact that Houston has been able to somewhat come back despite being in a 34-7 deficit is certainly a tall task in of itself. I definitely give a lot of respect to Pittsburgh, even if they do lose this game. But St. Breezy and Little Tip Drip are just kind of doing the heavy lifting for the Steelers at the moment. And now we have the 4th quarter, and now things get very, very dangerous if you're the Texans, because now onside kicks and 4th and 25s are going to be a factor here that they will have to consider. And man, oh man, Lodi K thankfully does not fumble at that time. And here we go, Will. Having quite a bit of time here to throw it. Going to find Rack. I mean, again, just a really good throw there. Again, can't really complain about that. Rack gonna get about a gain of 33 on that play. Oh my goodness, man. This has just been an absolute game for them at the moment. And he's gonna find best Will. Oh my goodness, Will with an absolute dot right to him again. The Steelers defense was just completely prepared for a pass to him, and again, with a perfect throw like that, that just beats any defense. Right now, the Steelers are just having a hard time stopping this Texans offense without stuff like that from happening. Thankfully, a 2-point conversion is failed. So again, I mean, again, this is winnable for the Steelers, though. If they're able to find a way to score here, they can have 4th and 20. They can abuse 4th and 25s. But how long? But how much is that going to carry them, though, is the question. Because pops are still a thing in this game, even if hasn't really been that common. Oh, Silver going to get sacked for about 10 yards on that play. Again, not really what you want there. But here we go, though. Silver Looking around, looking for the left side. Going to be overthrown, and now it's a 3rd and 25. This is not really what you want here if you're the Steelers. And now a lot of pressure is going to be popping up here. And here we go. Silver nearly getting sacked. And it's going to be intercepted by Rack. Was looking for another pass on the left side, but I feel like that was kind of a forced pass in my opinion, but nonetheless, I think this one might be slowly coming to a close. Well, never mind. They just wanted to give St. Breeze the ball. Apparently, they wanted to give the Steelers the ball again for some reason. Imagine seeing that in real life football. But either way, though, Silver, I guess we're just gonna pretend like those two plays didn't happen. I think Steelers might want to pretend that play didn't happen either. But either way, let's see though. Silver looking for the left fold. Gonna be able to get it. Breezy. Gonna find a way to get about 13 yards on that play. And here we go. 3rd and 2. Oh, nearly getting sacked there. Silver gonna be able to take the lane for about 6 yards. So far, things are looking pretty dangerous. If you're the Texans here, you cannot let them score here. Otherwise, they'll snowball on 4th and 25s. And they won't let them. Best Will going to get the interception. Again, Silver, you cannot force those kinds of passes in a 2v1. I know it's worked a couple times before, but you can't rely on stuff like that. And just like that, I think the Houston Texans might end up running away from it. Or running away with this game. And Will going to take it and run himself. Not going to get very far with it, though. But we'll get about a gain of 3, which is pretty good. But here we go, Will. Gonna try looking around. Will trying to find something, and he's gonna look for a receiver down the field. Gonna be Glow DK, and he's gonna be able to catch it. I mean, I will say the Steelers have put up one heck of a fight, despite having a very unfortunate start for them. But Houston Texans, man, they're just too unstoppable of a force to be able to contain perfectly. And Best Will going to get a touchdown. I'm not saying the meme. I will consider saying nice though if you get the 2-point conversion though. I will consider it. Please get this 2-point conversion, Houston, so I can say the meme. Aw, I can't. I'm not saying the meme. I'm not saying the meme. But either way, 84-14. Going to get the play there. Oh, and what? Silver just somehow gonna get sacked by Miles. I was not expecting a sack there, but okay then. And Miles going to return this for about a gain of 9. Wait, was that Miles? I don't know. I wasn't looking. But Will. And now it looks like Will's just going to be taking his sweet time on offense. Not really going to rush anything. And for good reason. All right, Will gonna be looking for best one on the right side. We're only gonna get about a gain of 11 though. And I'll give credit where it is due though. Hey, 69, finally. Nice. I forgot about that. I bet the Steelers secretly wanted to get sacked for a safety just so they can see the funny number. You're not fooling anyone, Steelers. We know who you are. We know what you did. But either way, though. The Texans are just looking to end this thing right now. Rack going to get another first down for Houston, and just like that, things are just looking pretty grim for the Steelers. Oh, it looks like the Texans are planning something a little bit. And it's going to find Gamma for the touchdown. It's going to be 39-75 Houston. And here we go. Steelers hanging on. If they can. Wait, do the Steelers have 6? I just realized. Well, who knows? And I don't really think Steelers care. Gonna be intercepted by Glow DK. And I think this game might as well be over. Again, the Steelers put up one heck of a fight. However, it just isn't enough, though. Again, I will more than ever give credit to the Steelers for trying. They put up a heck of a fight. They had a pretty good run. They were trying to find a Cinderella story, but unfortunately, they just weren't able to find it there. And now Houston is probably trolling or something. This is probably forfeit already. And Rack just gonna take it in the end zone himself, probably. Just gonna end it here. And boom. And that's game over. I could put up stats now. All right. And just like that, Texans are going to the Super Bowl. Very fun games all around. Now all the Texans will need to do is watch and see who their opponent will be in the Super Bowl. It will either be the Philadelphia Eagles or it will be the Raiders. It could be either one. I think it's going to be a really good game, personally, but you never know. This is Roblox football, where anything can kind of just happen out of nowhere. So maybe it will be close, maybe it won't, I don't know. But it was a great game, though. Steelers put up a heck of a fight, but in the end, it just wasn't really enough. But as for the stream, hi GD. But yeah, as for the stream, thank you guys for watching though. It was really fun, and I will see you guys next time. Also, because I'm tired, we